that's about it. This is what I have created. So I have a problem that is way overkill to solve programmatically, so let's do exactly that. And that is that I always turn my phone on silent, so Sarah can never reach me. So I thought that instead of fixing this the easy way and me not turning the phone off or putting in a rule there that when she calls should go through anyway, I thought let's make an app for that. Let's start with drawing on the whiteboard. We have my phone here on silent. We have Sarah's phone here trying to reach my phone. So my phone is on silent, which I think looks like kind of like this. She needs a button. She presses this button, goes to my server here. The server sends a push notifications to my phone, and it has to go on loudspeaker again. And we might also send a response back with okay. And then you should do some audio as well. I can't find an npm package where React Native can do it, so I probably have to write Android specific code, and I don't really know how to do that, so let's learn it, I guess. Why do you give us so few USBs? And actually, since we are already writing an Android module to turn off the Do Not Disturb mode, we could actually just write the volume controller in Java as well. I can't really figure out how to ask for the permission to turn off on and off Do Not Disturb mode. I know what permission to ask for in the Android manifest, but I don't know how to prompt the user. And for some reasons, going into the Wake Me Up, which I called Wake Me Up, and going to permissions, it's not there. So, and either if you actually go into settings and ask for permissions, you can't find it there. So what you have to do is go into settings, search for Do Not Disturb, and find Do Not Disturb Access. Do Not Disturb Access again, and here you actually have to give it permission. But I'm sure there's a way to actually prompt the user for the permission. But since this is my app which I'm going to use, I will just allow it once and that will be fine. This is nothing I will put on Play Store. So with this done, I can actually turn on and off disturb mode. The Do Not Disturb mode. However, I got the buttons wrong, so off turn it's on and on turn it's off. So now I just have to do it in the background when getting a push notifications from my server. I also have to send a push notification from my server. Yeah. I also have a toast button which says awesome, and a crash button because that is easier to reload your React Native app. So I wrote the code in Java. It was just like 3 lines to set the volume to max, both for the ringtone volume and for the media volume, because there are plenty of volumes apparently, and I'm thinking of maybe have some kind of sound or something playing when you press the button at the same time as the ringtone will go to max if she tries to call me later on. So this is what I got right now. I styled the app a little bit, looks beautiful. So the Do Not Disturb, I fixed that, so on is now on and off is now off. Makes more sense that way. And the max volume, boom, you don't see anything. But if you see here, if I take this down and I take the ringtone all the way down and the media volume all the way down, why is that so difficult? And if I press max volume now, you will see that the volume is all max. So that's great. I kind of also changed the toast message that I really don't need anymore, but I like having it there, and now when I press it, it will just say, "You are awesome." So it's kind of like self-boosting button right now. I will probably remove it. So that's where I am right now. Now I have to figure out how to do push notifications with Firebase. So let's do that. Okay, so what just happened is that when I was implementing Firebase and the linking got fucked up and I started uploading Gradle, and you're not supposed to do that in React Native. So what actually happened is that I had to throw everything out and just redo the whole project and to integrate Firebase, which wasn't a big problem because it was just like integrating Firebase and then just copy paste in all the code that I already did. So the apps kind of look the same, they have the same functionality, but now I have Firebase. If I turn Do Not Disturb on and I switch off ringtone volume to minimum and media as well, and if I go to Postman now and do an HTTP request to the Firebase, Firebase would actually send a Google Cloud messaging to my app in the phone, which will then trigger my native modules to turn Do Not Disturb off and then turn the volume for both ringtone and media to max. So it won't actually show anything, but you can see here that right now it's all muted and I send my request from my computer and it crashed. What? It's not supposed to do this. So I'm not really sure why, but when the app is active, it crashes when it receives the Google Cloud messaging. It's a bug I have to look into, but it works. Oh, well, it does maybe not really work, but it doesn't give me the error if the app is not active. So if you see here, if I close down the app, I have Do Not Disturb on, and there's the ringtone is down and the media is down, and then I send the request again from Postman. You will see it will maximum ringtone and media, and Do Not Disturb is also off. So there is where I am now. So I have to fix my bug. Also have to figure out how to send the Firebase Cloud messaging by pressing the app on Sarah's phone, and that probably will have something to do with Firebase Cloud function. I have to look into that. This took me a couple of weeks, but I figured out how to send Firebase Cloud messaging from one phone to another phone, and that is with Firebase Cloud functions. So what I do is that when I press the button on one phone, it will ping my Firebase Cloud function, which will invoke Firebase Cloud messaging and send it to this phone. And that is hard-coded, so anyone that has the app will always press the button and send a notification to this phone by calling the cloud function, which calls the Firebase Cloud messaging to send a notification to this phone. And I also had time to style the app. So this is what the app looks like now, and then you can ignore the crash button. That's just in the developer version, of the app, to sleep crash the app. But what you do is just you long press this button, and and then it would ping this phone, turn off the volume and set notification. So the app works perfectly. So let's give this a try.